I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. I know you don't love me like you say you do.
Right, we are back working on the Mini. A couple of days off, went to the rally, did a few other bits and pieces, so I'm back. Today, I'm going to be putting the first coat of paint down on this. Now, I've looked into possible options of subframe paint. There's loads of people sort of sent me messages suggesting things, but I'm going to stick with my original suggestion of hammerite because I've got it, which is obviously a big thing to start with, and secondly because the other options have been either too expensive or quite hard to get hold of. I was given a suggestion from a friend of mine about some product which was actually sort of £20, but I think if it chips or anything like that, then it's going to be quite hard to sort of like touch up. And I'm trying to do this car on a budget. It's going to be done. It's going to be stored inside the garage, so it's not going to be sort of seeing the elements really. It's going to be taken off the road through the winter, only really driven on nice days. If it does get out in the wet, it will come back in here. It can be dried. It's not going to get hammered. It's not going to get in the snow when the grit's down. So I'm going to stick with a hammerite because I think it's the best option, and also I've got plenty of it. If I need to touch it up for whatever reason, I can always just get under there, good little dab, and done. So yeah, today I'm going to be painting the subframe, at least the first coat, and then see how we get on. I've also primed up my tie bars and lower arms. The bearings inside here are absolutely shot. These are the ones that came from the subframe. Probably could have used them, but because I'm doing all this, I've just got it shot blasted and I'm going to paint it with the stuff still in. So one of my next coming videos, I'm going to be rebuilding them and then fitting them onto the subframe. So yeah, stay tuned and let's get cracking.
But I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my...
Okay, so that's the first coat pretty much done. I've only done the bottom side that I can really see without having to maybe get right underneath. So, and I've had to go around the back and just remove any sort of runs. Looking pretty good. If it can finish like this sort of shine, I'll be really happy. So just moving around the back. So through these holes at the back here, the paint was running through. You can see just over this side here. Right there. I've just been touching them up. Now at the back here it's not really going to matter, but at the front I think that'll be quite visible when I put the next coat on. So I've just seen under here where the sort of subframe mount goes, and there's a few holes in the subframe. There's a runs there, so I'll get rid of them because I don't want that to show up. Underneath and on the back I'm not overly bothered about. It's not going to be a show car. It just want to be a car that's going to last a lot longer than maybe it was intended to do. So I'm just going to finish touching this bit up. I haven't really got a way to flip it over without getting the paint all damaged, so I fit the heater on, leave it for half an hour until it's sort of like touch dry, and then try and work a way of flipping it over. I think possibly I can try and put it so I can put something through the subframe mount holes and maybe tip it over and just balance it on the front, and I can just touch that up at the end. But first coat, I'm pretty happy. So let's flick the heater on and I'll come back shortly. Okay, hello, welcome back to another day in the garage. So yesterday I managed to give the subframe its first coat. Had a bit of a hiccup slightly where the way I had it lied, the paint was actually falling through and causing some run lines. So I managed to mock up a makeshift hoist. So at the bottom, down here, I've got 2 bolts with some big chunky washers. At the top, I put the tower bolts down. I've got like a triangle section frame, which is then tied over here to try and support it, so it's not going to fall this way. And it's pretty sturdy. I wouldn't want to put too much weight on it, but the first coat's done. It's a little bit streaky, but today I'm going to put a second coat on. Hopefully that's going to get rid of a lot of these streaks. So let's take a closer look so you can see one coat. You can still see some of the yellow through it, which hopefully will come out during the second coat, but a lot of it is like this, and that's really smooth, really sort of well coated. Maybe the yellow primer may not have been the best option because it does shine through quite a lot. But anyway, while this was drying yesterday, I took the liberty of painting up the lower arms, the tie bars, and the upper arms. So they, again, just going to need another coat of paint because they're showing for the yellow through. On the lower arms, I actually use a different colour primer. Use a grey primer, and that's showed through far less. So if you're going to be doing this yourself, the best thing to use will be a grey or a darker primer because the yellow obviously shows through a lot more. I'm going to have to give these a couple of coats anyway, but it's not the end of the world. So second coat coming up. Okay, so that is the second coat now complete. I'm going to leave this and all these here overnight to dry. Come back tomorrow and hopefully the yellow will be covered even more. This project's probably going to be put on hold slightly because I've now had the delivery of these here, which are the brackets to fit my kitchen units. Now the idea is once the kitchen units are fitted, I can tidy all of this away and get a bit more organised in here, a bit more room to work. So hopefully if I can get this all up, it'll give me room so I can put the worktop out, I can get the stuff done on the bench, and that is going to be much better for me. So I'm going to leave this video here. If you have enjoyed this video series so far, please get that thumbs up, please comment below, and please subscribe to the channel, and if you can or you want to, share the video as well. That's it from me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.